Imagine a monolithic stone beast standing perfectly still as high-speed psychic energy and water shatters against its hide. To understand why this immovable object succeeds, we must look at the physical hardware of 1998, the origin point of the Pokémon competitive scene. In the overused tier of Generation 1, high speed and high special stats dictate the pace and absolute control of the game. This scatter plot shows the overused stat distribution. The top right quadrant is crowded with titans like Starmie, Alakazam, and Chansey, defining the meta through speed and special power. Rhydon exists in the opposite corner, isolated by its base 40 speed and base 45 special. Its quadruple weakness to both grass and water-type attacks further suggests it should be unplayable in a tier defined by special attackers. Rhydon succeeds by exploiting exact damage outputs and status mechanics to dismantle the RBY meta from the inside out. Understanding Rhydon's utility begins with treating its ground and rock typing as a specialized defensive filter. Rhydon's ground typing grants immunity to electric attacks, completely nullifying Thunder Wave. This provides free switch-ins against paralysis-reliant threats like Alakazam and Chansey. The filter extends to its rock typing, resisting normal-type attacks, Generation 1's primary physical damage. This resistance allows Rhydon to pin it into predicted explosions from Snorlax or Golem without being removed from the field. It also absorbs Hyper Beams. By forcing a recharge turn when failing to knock out, Rhydon's bulk creates an immediate window for a powerful counterattack. Rhydon's typing actively denies opponents their most crucial board control tools by filtering out their primary utility moves. This utility created a long-standing rivalry for the rock and ground slot, Rhydon versus Golem. Golem possesses slightly higher speed and access to explosion, giving it a powerful utility option that Rhydon lacks. Despite those advantages, top-tier players overwhelmingly favor Rhydon. Rhydon's base 130 attack, combined with STAB Earthquake, hits mathematical thresholds Golem cannot reach. Against Reflect Chansey, Golem's Earthquake damage range falls short of the 50% mark, but Rhydon's Earthquake reliably breaks past that 50% threshold on every hit. In a tier where 2-hit knockout on Reflect Chansey is mandatory for physical sweepers, Rhydon's raw numerical advantage is far more valuable than Golem's utility. That offensive power is paired with the move Substitute, a tool that functions as a mathematical shield in competitive play. Substitute costs exactly 1/4 of the user's maximum HP to create a decoy on the field. Rhydon's 413 maximum HP is segmented into 4 blocks, creating a substitute worth precisely 103 HP. Meta staples use Seismic Toss to deal exactly 100 damage. When that projectile strikes the 103 HP decoy, the substitute remains on the field with 3 HP. Surviving this threshold prevents Chansey from breaking Rhydon's protection in a single turn, forcing the special wall into a losing exchange. Rhydon also functions as a probability engine, using Body Slam to generate its own paralysis support. Against counters, Rhydon's Body Slam has a 30% chance to inflict paralysis, dropping their speed by 75%. Moving first, Rhydon sets up a substitute, trapping the opponent. If they hit the 25% chance of full paralysis, Rhydon secures a free 2-hit knockout. By combining Substitute with Body Slam, Rhydon uses the game's status mechanics to negate its own speed deficit. Rhydon cannot function if the opposing team is healthy and unparalyzed. Without status support, Pokémon like Tauros, Executor, and Starmie act as insurmountable roadblocks, threatening knockouts with Blizzard or high-powered water attacks. However, when the paralyzed status is spread across the opposing team, the win probability for these checks collapses. Without their speed advantage, paralyzed teams are systematically dismantled by Rhydon's 130 attack stat and calculated defensive bulk. Rhydon is a precise implementation of Generation 1 game theory, built solely to dismantle the math of the overused tier.